Again, balik og record eh. Okay, so we have limits, no, by L'Hopital's rule, no? So, welcome back to our channel, no? So, nasipyad akong recording kanina, no? Muna ko balik tag-record. Now, anyway, so let's proceed, no? So, how to use the L'Hopital's rule. So, this is an application again of the formula we familiarized before, no? Now, in order to solve for the limits when it takes an indeterminate form, no? So, the L'Hopital's rule can be used to function that takes a fractional form, no? Whose limits are in indeterminate forms, no? So, like 0 over 0, infinity over infinity. So, those are the indeterminate forms, no? We discussed previously. But not only that, no? There are also other indeterminate form, and this is new to us, no? Like 0 times an infinity, infinity minus an infinity, 0 raised to 0, 1 raised to an infinity, infinity raised to 0. So, they are other indeterminate forms. Now, how to use the L'Hopital's rule when we encounter, no, an indeterminate form like this, no? To use the L'Hopital's rule, so you need to express your function in a form of a ratio before applying the L'Hopital's rule. So, convert that into a fractional form before the L'Hopital's rule can be used. Now, how to apply the L'Hopital's rule? Once it is expressed in a fractional form, you have to differentiate separately both sides of the ratio and take the limit of the new fraction. The new fraction assumes again, if it assumes again an indeterminate form, after substitution, then the process will be repeated, the process in step 1 until the limit is defined or no longer in indeterminate form. No? So, dapat there must be a limit to exist or wa na siya mo follow with the indeterminate form. No? Okay, so L'Hopital's rule is done like this. No? So, the ratio, f of x over g of x as x approaches a, if it is 0 over 0, then you can have a new ratio where the numerator is the derivative of your function here. Separately, you can take the derivative of f, derivative of g. Okay, now, x approaches a, so meaning substitute the value. So, if it's still indeterminate, 0 over 0 ba? Or infinity over infinity, then you can proceed taking the next derivative of the next order. So, I have the second derivative of f. I also have the second derivative of by g. Now, if it's not also, if the limit is not yet defined or the limit does not exist yet, then we can proceed taking the derivative even up to an nth order. Then you have to stop when the limit is already defined or no longer in indeterminate forms. Okay? So let us try to apply. Evaluate the limit of the ratio x cubed minus 8, x squared plus 2x minus 8 when x approaches 2. When we substitute the value 2, this is 8 minus 8, that is 0. This is 4 plus 4 minus 8, so again, that is indeterminate. So you have to check whether it is at in indeterminate form. No? So 0 over 0, so I can now take the L'Hopital's rule. Differentiating the numerator because I need to form a new ratio where the numerator is the derivative of my given function. So I have 3x squared. Derivative of the denominator is 2x plus 2. Now I have a new ratio. I substituted 2 to my x. So we have 3 times 2 squared and we have a denominator of 2 times 2 plus 2. This is 12 over 6. And what's 12 over 6? That's 2. So meaning the limit of the given is equal to 2 and that is our answer. Now for number 2, we solve this through rationalization of the numerator. So our index of radical is 2, so that is how we evaluated the limit. And aside from that, pwede sa mag-solve og limit by using our calculator, assigning a value which is very close to 4, that is following the definition of limit. So the limit can be solved by direct substitution, but on this case, if we substitute directly 4 to our variable x, then you will obtain an indeterminate form of 0 over 0. You're not going to stop there, but instead, this is a signal for us to continue with the L'Hopital's rule. Okay, can I take the derivative of my numerator? 3 becomes 0. Square root, so we have minus because it's a negative term. 1 over 2, square root of the same function. Okay, my denominator, the derivative of that is 1. So what is left is only the numerator side. Okay, so one thing's sure, it won't be an indeterminate form anymore because the numerator is already 1, not 0 anymore. No? Okay, so I have to substitute. No? So 1 over, it's a negative. Diba? So over 2 square root of 4 plus 5. So this is 3 times 2. So we have a negative 1 over 6. So that is the limit. So it's easy to solve for the limit. So it's no longer challenging for you by now. So tinuod din ang calculus, no? Magkadugay, magkasayon, no? Magkadugay, magkalami. Muna uban mo ang sarap ulit-ulitin, no? Ayaw lang sa, no? Okay, let's proceed, no? If I'm going to substitute 1 to my variable x, this is 1 minus 1, so 0. 1 minus the square root of 1 is also 0. Okay, now, I have to apply the L'Hopital's rule upon checking nga that is indeterminate. So we have the square root, so 1 over 2 square root of x minus 2x, so minus, this becomes 0. Again, I can take the same rule. So 1 over 2 square root of x. So substitute 1, so we have 1 half. 1 half minus 2 over minus 1 half. So if you have to evaluate this will come out as 3. And that is the limit of the given function. Okay, we have the number 4, no? So we have a ratio. We have a function, x ln x minus x squared plus x. And my denominator is x minus 1 entirely raised to 2. Yes, raised to 2. When x is equal to 1, my denominator will be 0. What is ln of 1? Diba 0? And we have 1 minus 1. Correct? So 0 over 0. Okay, I have to take the L'Hopital's rule. So I have to differentiate. Derivative under a product rule is x times 1 over x, correct? Then plus ln x times the derivative of x, which is 1. 2x is from x squared. And 1 is from x, correct? This is from power rule. So we have 2 with x minus 1 power 1 times 1. Okay? So this is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. I have ln x minus 2x. Okay? So I have to substitute my 1. So I have 2 minus 2, 0. The ln of 1 is again 0. So 0. So this is also 0. So 0 over 0, it means that this is still indeterminate. So which means I have to again reapply my L'Hopital's rule where I can take the derivative of constant is 0. The ln x is 1 over x minus 2. What is the derivative of 2 times x minus 1? So this is 1, so 2 is left. When 1 is substituted, I have 1 minus 2 over 2. So the limit is equal to a negative 1 half. Okay? So that's how to get the limit. Now, I take the limit of a sine x over x. When you substitute, the sine of 0 is 0. And this is 0, so this is 0 over 0. So I can proceed my L'Hopital's rule, no? Okay, so the limit can be evaluated. So the derivative of sine is a cosine x, correct? And the derivative of x is equal to 1. What is the cosine of 0? It is 1. And that's divided with 1, so this is 1. So thus, the limit of sine x over x when x approaches 0 is equal to 1 as our answer. So, what I want to show here is a general term wherein if we can encounter taking limit now of a function involving trigonometric function, and if you see a function in a form of like this, sine u over u, and if your u approaches 0, we can set immediately the limit of this as 1. No? So just like this, so the next time we can encounter a form like this, immediately set the value to 1. The reciprocal of this is also 1. If you have u over sine u, because if you apply the L'Hopital's rule, you will arrive with the same value, which is 1. Okay? So, these are the expression that we have to observe in our given. So a given which will involve a trigonometric function, especially when it's containing a sine function. Okay, so in the next slide or in the next video, tutorial video, so let us apply on how to take the limit of sine u over u or the limit of u over sine u when u approaches 0. Okay, so for now, thank you for watching and hope to see you in my next tutorial video. Okay, so goodbye for now and have a good day.